active Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need shadow read for this full moon to new moon in June 2022? I'm your reader. Mercury conjunct Venus in Libra. Mark Angelo Lyons. Mal, for short, they're my initials, M-A-L, Mark Angelo Lyons. Professional witch, professional intuitive. President of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. Author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. Available on Kindle. There's a link in the description box and you can preview it for free and read the dedication to my mom, which is just really warm and lovely. Dedicated the book to her because I'd be nothing without my mom in this life for surezies. And I'm a creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawingthecircle. It was just a kitty cat meowing, I think, in the background, in the foreground, actually, from my point of view. We got humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, gods, goddesses. My tiers of subscribers over there. There is a link in the description box. Go check it out, because I'm doing exclusive content there and stuff that the patrons get to see before everybody else gets to see it, and all sorts of cool stuff. So, if you want to go deeper, come Patreon. On Patreon, let's get down to business, shall we? If you are new to my channel, a 7-card draw is just one card from 7 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints, in this case about a specific astrological timeline, a waning moon timeline from full to new June 2022. Let's have a look. We're looking at the full moon in Sagittarius. On Tuesday, June 14th, my father's birthday, God rest his soul, also Donald Trump's birthday, and Flag Day. I'm getting out of Dodge. I am going to do the full moon magic at midnight, get something out for Patreon. Y'all will see it later unless you're on Patreon. Driving up to Saratoga to see my mom. Can't wait to see her and hang out with my stepfather, Hera and Zeus, as I like to call them. If you met them, you'd know why. And then, of course, that is just the beginning of the 2-week cycle of the waning, the releasing, the alchemy, the forgiving, the surrender, the letting go, the reducing, the whittling away to the new moon in Cancer on Tuesday. June 28th, 10:52 p.m., which is great because then you can do your stuff after that for a nice, healthy full moon. But all these times are Eastern. I am in New York, if you can't tell. I know, you thought it was Themyscira, didn't you, right? Amazon Princess. Hi, Diana. So, it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to get more information about the timeline we're about to look at, because your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus might have different points of view about it, as well as you could get 4 different things that we're letting go of, releasing, healing, alchemizing from lead to gold. And why I say lead to gold, well, it's just basic earth science, right? On the periodic table, lead has 3 more atoms than gold, so you release them, you transform it, you go from insulator, toxic lead, to conductor, healing gold. Archetypally speaking, if anybody could do that literally, boy, would that change the economy instantly. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, and I will get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can to help out the Libras. Because the more shadow work we do individually, and this is just how it is, there's only one shadow, right? In the unconscious, right? And if we don't deal with the shadow, if we don't face the stuff, the pain, essentially, right? Our hidden wounds, our emotional baggage, it possesses us in weak, tired moments, and we end up doing stuff that we regret. Now imagine that on a global scale, right? So every time we do a little bit of shadow work, even a lot of bit of shadow work, I do a lot of bit of shadow work, it's really helping to shift this planet of the infinite number of quantum timelines to one less based in lead and one more based in gold, right? What do you think the survival of humanity is going to be, in lead or gold? Yeah, it's gold. So let's help each other evolve, shall we? Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. Let's do this. You fulfill your stuff, I'll fulfill mine, and maybe we'll have a paradise planet called Earth. Breathe. Here we go. Still point. Using the Caroline Mace archetype deck. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, the angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of the General Assembly, the higher selves of all involved, the spirit animals and totems, as well as the pantheon of all pantheons of all traditions, lineages, and cultures. What is the dominant 8th chakra archetype hovering over the head of the Libra collective, watching this video, receiving this reading, holding the archetypal pattern, lesson, soul power, being developed from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, and changing the electromagnetic dynamics of their energy field, all of their chakras, which controls what they attract and what they repel in order for their soul to evolve on a hero's journey in a human body. What do you got for them, my beloved pantheons of the divine, for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, 8th chakra dynamic, this full to new June 2022? The Thief. I love this card, though I don't like thieves. The symbolic resonance here is so clear for all of humanity right now. Let's talk about it. The Thief, I believe, is either the Action family archetype or the Wisdom. It's probably the Action. There are 9 different families. The Shadow indicates the shadow work, obviously, what you don't want to look at, what you don't want to address, or you have looked at it, you are addressing it, but you don't want anybody to know about it. The Shadow attribute, stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. Now, here's the deal. You can't have a thought of lack without fear, or a thought of fear without lack, right? What are you afraid of? Say, what's the lack of this, right? I'm afraid of getting sick, lack of health. I'm afraid of going broke, lack of money. I'm afraid of being attacked, lack of safety. That's from A Course in Miracles. So that's how you know you're dealing with shadow. It doesn't mean don't look at the fear. It means accept that fear is conditioning. It's stuff we picked up along the way, stuff passed down through genetic patterning in the body before we ever incarnated into the body. What you're shooting for, what's going to help humanity here, the light attribute, sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen, which really makes this more of a Wisdom family archetype, because once you experience something, rather than the conditioning of it, right? When you have that wealth inside of you, and if you see the Thief is kind of pulling us, like, hey, you want to buy a watch? Except it's his heart, right? Saying, this cannot be stolen from me. The truth of who I am, the core of who I am, the divine love that I am. And we're talking with Libras here. Like I said, I've got Mercury conjunct Venus in Libra, 3rd house, if you can't tell. So why wouldn't we really treasure that? But if we've been stolen from, or if we're stealing, you got to look at what powers did either they think they lacked that they thought you had, or what powers do you think you lack, and therefore have some fear, some lead in there. Alrighty, 8th chakra satellite in place. Let's look at the next 4 chakras down, the feminine energy, the personal level of power, your spiritual power in the crown, your mental power in the 3rd eye, your willpower, choices, decisions, spit, swallow, or chew in the throat chakra, and the emotional power of the heart chakra, using the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, a feminist goddess-based deck. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon my goddesses of air, the sign of Libra, powers of the East, please, my beloved, 1 card in clarity for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Watching this video, receiving this reading, this is where the shadow work begins, because we have to throat chakra choose it. It's a free will. We can delay it, but it cannot be prevented. We can heal it in this life or the next. So what is it they need in a What Do I Need read to be aware of to help them do this shadow work with the Thief in the 8th chakra? From lead to gold for June, full to new 2022. The Phoenix, the Death card, internal transformation. When it's a major arcana card, heart, throat, 3rd eye, crown, it's all 4 chakras at once. You're going through alchemy. you're going through the crucible. Now, I'm not talking Arthur Miller, but I think the metaphor carries like a furnace, right? But not to burn and destroy, but to refine, to purify, right? Refining metal, right? They expose it to immense heat, they melt it down, burns off the impurities. What I love about Daughters of the Moon Tarot is here we have the phoenix dressed in white, which indicates a birth. So it's more about rebirth, rising from the ashes than going to. And certainly waning moon can be about waning the lead. And rising from the ashes of the old patterns within you burned away. Yeah, all right. I like it. Well, it's rough, it's tough, but everybody has to go through their shadow work, their rising, going to and rising from ashes. It's just part of the soul's journey in human form. So let's look at the lower three chakras. From the outside, looking in at you. You on the inside, looking at a person, place, or thing. Can be both of those things. A mirror, a holographic unity there. The lower three chakras are about relationships in the physical world. Root chakra is tribes, groups, circles of friends, your nationality, your genetic heritage, your political leanings, your favorite band, you know, any group you associate with or feel connected to of three or more people. Second chakra is umbilical, navel, right? Relationship to another person or thing. Money, sex, power, creativity. Brush up on your chakras, right? Very Libra, the second chakra. Solar plexus is your relationship to yourself in the world. Your honor code, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't, your boundaries, right? Your gut intuition right in the solar plexus that tells you something's off. Do you honor it? That's self-esteem. Self-esteem is a verb, not a noun. Let's see what hits the table. Breathe. Still point. As I call upon my gods of air, the sign of Libra, powers of the East. Please, lower three chakra dynamic, inside out, outside in. Relationships in the physical world for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Watching this video, receiving this reading. What do they need to be aware of in that lower three chakra dynamic, whether it's them, someone else, a person, place, or thing, to help them alchemize the thief archetype in the eighth, with the Phoenix, the death card transformation on the inner. What's going on? Wow. For them this full to new June 2022, the world. Hermaphrodite, that's the name of the card. It is actually I guess both genders, right? I guess gender fluid might be the word. The child of Hermes and Aphrodite. I didn't make that up. That's actually a Greek myth for you. So I forget who else had a double whammy of major arcana. There's only 2 tarot decks in this 5-card spread. Major arcana, lower 3 chakras, all 3 at once, right? So you are wrapping something up. You are at the end of a cycle. Hence, it would understand that there's a transformation going on inside of you. Now, this could be literally a graduation from anything that took a cycle, a year, like school, right? Like June, school's out forever. Probably not in the soul's journey. But certainly you have come full circle. This may well be cause for celebration, but certainly, you got to look at what was stolen from me and what can't be stolen from me, and that's going to come as a result of the shadow work. Now, remember here, we've got gold out of lead, so that means there's gold hidden in the lead if you do the alchemy. The light attribute, there's a hidden blessing here, and we're going to look at that with the last card down, with the blessed bee. Give you a little carrot rather than the stick. Yeah. Metaphor, metaphor, metaphor. We've got the chakras in alignment here, right? Or at least we've got them on the table. So we're going to use the Macon Healing Mantra deck to get you a mantra that a air sign, particularly a cardinal air sign, a creative air sign, is which Libra is, will be able to really create something with this, focus their mind. And you know how I say still point, that's to bring me into the here and now and connect me again so I can have fun when I'm not. But that still point is the center of the scale. The center point, the still point, doesn't move, hence still, right? So bringing yourself into balance, particularly at the end of a cycle, is key, right? So you're between the worlds, right? You're no longer in the old, you're not quite in the new. That is the Fool card, right? So let's get you a mantra. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, because this could be about anything, such strong major arcana cards going on there, both about transitions, one rising from ashes and the other one crossing the finish line somehow. So, my beloved Ascended Masters, what is the perfect healing mantra? Make it specific, right? So that they know this is for them. The first of the 3 bookie book reads. What's the perfect healing mantra for the Libra Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs? Alchemizing, the Thief, Phoenix on the inner, World on the outer, this full to new, June 2022. Air signs, deconstructing doubt. Only my beliefs are in the way. So there might very well be a transformation, particularly burning away doubts in the third eye. It's a great mantra, right? Because you can believe something that appears true. My favorite example, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. No, the planet turns on an axis. The sun, well, the moon moves, but the sun does not. The sun is a stationary thing, fixed fire. Leo, right? So let's read from Ye Old Bookie Book, Silver Plate, Deconstructing Doubt. Only my beliefs are in the way. As you deconstruct doubt, you're no longer lost in the concerns and curiosities of what if, Marvel comic book and now series, but are more rooted in the truth of what is. Now, as a Libra, if you've got decisions to make while you're going through this, wouldn't you rather know what is instead of what if? I manifested a little kitty cat. Well, a rather huge kitty cat. My youngest son, the Taurus Melchior, third prince. Come on, you got to look at the camera, otherwise people think I'm talking to a come here. Come on. I live for this. This is why I don't have a bank job. This is Melchior, my Taurus. Gorilla baby, go on. He's a bull. Celebrate the moments of your life. Get me some international coffee. It's an opportunity to step outside your comfort zone and meet the higher aspects of your soul that exist just beyond the boundaries of the self. So if you play small, understand that's your ego. Right? Trying to find a balance here, going through this. I know it's rough, but your soul is eternal. It's not its first lifetime on planet Earth or maybe even elsewhere. This mantra is ideal for aligning with truth, right? That can never be stolen from you, your core truth. Being more self-actualized, which is huge right now, the more we can act on, right? Which is why this also does speak a bit of an action family archetype, right? To actualize, to take an inspiration and act on it, right? And transforming inferiority, even if you've been playing small, thinking you're not good enough. Louise Hay says in her book, You Can Heal Your Life, read it back in the mid-'80s, that the core fear of all human beings, whether they know it or admit it, is I'm not good enough. But you're a divine being with an immortal soul on a hero's journey in a human body, right? Not your first life, probably not your last, at least here on planet Earth. So deconstruct doubt, which is a mental process, but that would make sense. Transforming it, deconstructing it with the Phoenix, a card of transformation. Change and transformation are not exactly the same thing. You can't unburn a cookie, but you can change water into ice, back to water, and then into steam, water vapor. Right? No going back from a burnt cookie. Yeah. All right, Melchior. I know you want cookies, but you gotta wait. Ugh. One of my boyfriends got them hooked on Temptations. I mean the cookies, not the band. Let's use the Whispers of Love Oracle, card number 5 of 7 here, to get you clues, tips, and hints from the higher selves of all involved. Now, I'll tell you, I don't know if anybody else is involved here. This could be pretty singular. Right? This might be just within your own chakra field, but let's see what hits the table. Please take a nice deep breath. Stop, you're tickling my feet. Okay. Sorry. One more. Still point. There we go. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved. 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love? The piece of information, inspiration, and insight needed by the Libra collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading to help them with this alchemy of the Thief in the 8th. Transformation, the Phoenix, the Death card on the inner, the World, completion on the outer, deconstructing doubt, only our beliefs are in the way. So were those cards. Please, higher selves of all involved, what's the whisper of love for the Libras this full to new, June 2022? Love endures. All you have to do is live through this. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. Now, I would add a little bit into that. Doesn't mean you're not going to feel hopeless. Doesn't mean you're not going to feel like you haven't lost your faith. That's a double negative raised by a teacher. No, but to endure even that. Shadow work means being uncomfortable. If these feelings and thoughts and experiences from our past were so very comfortable, I wouldn't be stuck in the shadow. Oh, I have brownie guilt. No, I don't. I love a good brownie. Look at me. I lost a lot of weight in the past 5 years. I'm up for a brownie. Thanks very much. But all we have to do is endure this. And how we do that is by deconstructing doubt and get that we are transforming. After you rise from the ashes, Course in Miracles says there is no crucifixion without resurrection, right? It's part of a process. I say the same thing. There's no death without rebirth. I would say there's no spring without winter, except I live in New York, so that's the way it is. If you're on the equator or the North or South Pole, that could be a little different. Some metaphors aren't perfect. I don't think any of them are. So all we have to do is endure this, but we have to endure it with love. So even if there's nobody else involved in this, if it's just you, yourself, and thou, I guess we'll say. Oh, I just had a De La Soul flash in my head. Me, myself, and I. Saw them play in Boston in the 80s. It was very cool. Venus de Milo, the club. Then certainly, this is something nobody needs to know about. This is something you could do. But deconstructing doubt, I have to also say, is a big part of counseling, therapy, the psychotherapeutic practice, or even just, if you like, the work of Byron Katie, Byronkatie. Brilliant. It's called The Work of Byron Katie. She's a woman, female. It's 4 questions and what's called a reversal or a turnaround. Go check it out. It's good fun for Libra. Well, the questions are, is it true, right? So you pick a thought, I'm not good enough. Is it true? Oh, it feels true. You absolutely be sure without a doubt that it's true. That's where it gets wobbly. Who would you be if you weren't thinking this thought? And what are you like when you do, right? Those last 2 might flip around. And then the reversal would be like, I am good enough. Right? You just flip it around. Check it out. That will help you endure and deconstruct doubt. 2 more cards left, both bookie book reads. And this is my favorite. Not my favorite deck necessarily, but my favorite pantheons of the divine, the spirit animals and totems using Stacey DeMarco's Divine Animals Oracle. Oh, this brings me such joy. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. I thought there was a kitten next to me. Still point. Here we go. as I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Libra collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, please use the Divine Animals Oracle. Leave the card in my hand, the Oracle message for the Libra collective. Who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, offering, we get to choose if we want to accept it, but offering the protection, the support, the guidance, grace, love, wisdom, and power to help them do this shadow work for the well-being of all of humanity and planet Earth and maybe beyond. Alchemizing that thief in the eighth with death on the inner world, on the outer, deconstructing doubt, and love will endure, because that is the truth of who we are. That's the eternal, immortal, divine part of ourselves. Love is who we are. Who's with them? Who walks with them? This full to new June 2022. You got the dog. Oh, I can't wait to go to Saratoga and see the Labradoodles. They're nuts. Somebody crossbred like a Labrador, a poodle, and something really nuts. They're nuts. I love them. My lovely Labradoodles, my brothers, because they're my mom's, dogs, companionship. There is somebody else in here. But, like, I've got my 3 witch cats. Follow me on Instagram. I'm always taking pictures of them. I love them. My boys, Sabby, Bellsy, Milky. They are my companions. I live alone and I work from home, right? So this can manifest itself in all sorts of different ways. But I think that also kind of makes this a bit of a soul contract, whether it's the soul of a human or what have you. Let's bookie book this. What number is that? That is card number 11. Wow, guys, the choice of ink. Let's see. Card number 11. In my family growing up, dogs were called woo-woos because they go woo, 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 woo. My mother was a nursery school teacher. That's where I get my sense of humor from. What number is that, man? Oh, it's 41. Can you see? Well, you can't see the card at all. Card number 41. Yeah, I'm self-employed. I'm the president of the company. I get to have as much fun as I want. Breathe. I'm going to read the first part and the last part. Card number 41. Companionship. Be a firm and ethical friend. Seek loyalty and honesty in your friendships. Our friendships should be supportive, not competitive. There is a difference between solitude and loneliness. Hello. Location, location, location. There's a big difference. Something hidden will be illuminated. We all have aspects of ourselves that we do not appreciate or like, hence shadow work. Learn to change these things if they do not benefit or lovingly accept them. That's shadow work. Let's see what doggo magic. Doggo. Dog magic is loving and warm and protective. Even if you are feeling lonely or you wish to attract good, loyal friends, you can call upon dog energy to help. If you have been betrayed by someone or you feel mistrusted, call upon this energy to heal you. And that brings a whole new dynamic to the said shadow work party here. Because maybe somebody stole a friend, or maybe a friend stole for you, or they stole a certain sense of trust, or violated a confidence, right? Or a closeness there. So I could see someone feeling stolen from there, or maybe vice versa. Maybe you were doing the thievery. But the love at the core of who you are cannot be stolen, and the wisdom you got from this experience cannot be stolen from you. It may still be in lead, but as it goes to gold, why wouldn't you, of course, bring more companions into your life? Now notice the word that it used is friend, but we also know that companion can mean more than that. So maybe you are in flames on the inside, right? Still rising from those ashes, and maybe this world card, maybe you finished a soul contract with somebody in your life. Don't doubt yourself too much. They're in the way. Just endure it. Companionship is available here. And I'm not getting that that's companionship with a spirit guide. I'm getting that someone literal, physical, tangible in your life, perhaps somebody going through the same thing. So there will be simpatico. Ready for your last card down? I hope you are, because it's here. Card number 7. As I said, the gold hidden within the lead, the hidden blessing in all of this, that we will use the Blessed Be, the mystical Celtic blessing cards to enrich and empower, but we're not just going with Celts, we're going with the pantheon of all pantheons. And look, I know it's rough on planet Earth right now, but it always has been one way or another. They're going to find us, they're going to get us. Thank you, Debbie Harry, Chris Stein. So here's the deal. I try and keep these readings light because you turn on the TV and it's nuts. But we do the blessings for real, because a blessing is a conferring not just of positive energy, but divine energy. And divine energy is love. And the sacred truth of the heart chakra, Libras, love is divine power. Anatomy of the Spirit by Carolyn Mace. Please take a nice deep breath. Torch of Archangel Ariel. Here we go. Still point. As I call upon the pantheons of all pantheons from all traditions, lineages, and culture across the spectrum, please, one card in clarity for the Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the hidden blessing? The gold within the lead as they archetypally shift from shadow to light for the thief, shedding light on their personal wealth within them that can never be stolen, going through this process of internal transformation, and there is no going back. And there's particularly no going backwards on this one because they are at the end of the cycle. They can choose to repeat the same process over again, or they can go into something new. But the only thing that's in their way is doubt, right? Only their beliefs are in the way as they deconstruct doubt, because emotionally, spiritually, all they have to do is live through this. They can get through this. We can all get through this because love does not give up hope that things will work out eventually. And love is hopeful and withstands every situation because love is God. God is love. God got us all that is, particularly because there is a gift of companionship here. Whether animal, vegetable, or mineral, why can't you have a companion plant or tree? Is here to support them, and maybe they do turn to a friend and have some balancing, healthy conversations here, but definitely companionship there for them, which does not feel toxic. No toxic woo-woo energy on that. So please, what's the hidden blessing? And help me confer it for them, and then we'll give them the blessing and chat a little bit at the end for the Libra Collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign this full to new June 2022. A blessing for the right words. That's so cardinal air, creative air, Libra, 7th house. Now look, I get it. You guys are 7th house. Your relationships, your partners, that they be fair, that they be balanced. I get it. But it takes communication to do that. And not just any old words, the right words. Now, by the way, look at her face. She don't look happy. And there was a waning moon, really, almost dark moon, kind of cradling her chin there. She's looking at the end of a cycle, right? It will hit new moon, I would say, maybe 2 days, 2 or 3 days after that photo was painted, well, picture was painted. So let's confer this blessing. Card number 26. A blessing for the right words. Let's do this. Clear that third chakra, one more. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheons, confer this blessing. Use me. Card number 26. A blessing for the right words. A blessing for apt speech, to call to your lips the right words that speak simply and clearly and find their mark. May the words that fall from your lips be blessed, friend. In times when we must speak of difficult things, it can be a great challenge to conjure up the words that best express our feelings and intent without causing offense or harm to another. This does feel therapeutic. We struggle sometimes with this balance, Libra, and in doing so, our words may be watered down, lost in the desire to appease, in the wish to do no harm. But with this blessing, there will be words that come to find you without effort. The words alight by the fires of inspiration, and they will flow from your mind to your mouth and be heard fully and fairly. That makes sense with the World card. You have the opportunity to really complete a contract here, to really cross the T, dot the I, and move on to the next lesson. Soul lesson. May you be blessed this day and this waning moon with the speech of good sense, the conversation that clears and clarifies, and most of all, the words that will be heard by those who you need to understand and listen. May you be blessed with the words that stir hearts, that make friends, companions, of minds that were once firm against yours. May your words like water seep their way into the cracks of the stone and work their magic of transformation within. Your words are spells, and their magic can take time. But with the apt speech that you are blessed with this day, doors of understanding open up between you and others, and where you once fell silent, you will speak up. This could be deconstructing doubt between not just within yourself, but with another person. A clarifying conversation. I get that. With the companion or bringing in a companion. Where you once faltered and shied away from the difficult things that must be said, you will rise and flow through this challenge and embrace the opportunity to give voice to the darkness. Shadow read. Where once you let others speak and heard only your own words in your mind, you will now hear them out in the world and know you have used words as others use weapons. But it's not for battle, rather for courage and understanding. May you find ways to cut through the falsehoods that others and their words can weave about you. Is that what was stolen? Your trust? Because somebody said something and it was lying? Let your words be songs of praise as they flow from the gift of speech you have been blessed with. May you no longer stay quiet, friend, for you have been blessed with the power of right speech, and it will serve you well each time you sing out your truth. For the well-being of all. And with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. I'm so motivated. And so it is. That's an intense read, but one that you have some time to work on. Should you choose the mission, should you choose to accept it? So did it make sense to you? Did it click? Did it resonate? Hit the thumbs up. Help the other cardinal heirs, the other Libras, find it. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign boosts the algorithm and gets my my sacred work out there. And if you want more of me and you are new to my channel, do consider subscribing. I'm not stopping. I don't care what my numbers are anymore. I'm 53 years old. Yeah, I know I don't look at things and wait. Happy Pride Month. Woo! My beloved Libras, I forgot they were there. I remembered. Yeah, so just subscribe if you like, and certainly if you want to go deeper, come Patreon on Patreon. I'm serious. I am really that clients first, then Patreon, then everyone else on planet Earth except my mom and my kitty cats. My true companions in this world. Yeah, so come Patreon on Patreon. I am, after all, the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me now. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to book me for a private read, there's a link in the description box to a YouTube video called Booking a Reading with Mal. Explains everything for you, just like Clarissa. Yeah. Thank you, Nickelodeon. Otherwise, seriously, have at it. Comment if you feel it. What is this about? Who is the companion coming and or going for you? Because inquiring minds want to know. I love you. Hang in there. We're all in this together. And if you need help, reach out, because maybe this is a therapeutic conversation that maybe you want someone who knows what they're doing to do it with. Just saying. Otherwise, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of the alchemy this full to new June 2022, which also rhymes. Hail. I love you. Farewell and blessed, blessed be.